Oh, I had a fun day today. I was busy doing machine work. This is my old style tracker. I've shown that before. This is the new one. Alright, so the new one is set up, and I run it a little bit. It's I really like it. Of course, this is the prototype, and so helps me identify where there needs to be improvement, and there's quite a few areas. A lot of dimension adjustment and that sort of thing, but I've got a working one here that I can work with. I can use it. This is what it's doing here. Instead of pivoting at some point outside the wheel, you know, like a lot of them do, they'll have a hinge up here and then they swing up and down. That's good. I mean, that's acceptable and works all right with the spring or the gas strut. But when you use a rigid system, it's not really friendly to have one that's traveling up and down. The belt tension increases or decreases as you tension or decrease tension. So this one pivots right in the middle. So I can track the belt with a rigid tensioning without changing the tension on the belt. So I can move the belt side to side without changing the tension of the belt. We'll give it a run. Alright, so we'll give it a run. We'll tension the belt. Use that electric actuator. A little bit more. Alright. See, it pulls the belt over nice. So it's a good start. The concept, I think, is proven to me. Now I just need to refine it. Test it and see how it does. This is a steel wheel, crown steel wheel. It's on a shoulder bolt axle. We'll run it up quick. We'll run it up to high speed. I haven't done that yet. Alright, so the wheel heated and expanded and then stopped moving. So I'll need to get that fixed up. I have to do a redesign on the wheel. Yeah, so there it is. I'm real happy with it so far. Let's see if it explodes. It's running at max power now. Been going for about 15-20 seconds. The other one, earlier test didn't quite make it up to full speed. I looked at it, and it is a design problem. The bearing inner race is rubbing against the wheel on the inside, and so the race rubbing against that caused it to overheat the wheel, and the race then everything pinched down because of all the heat. So I tapped the bearing in about 30 thousandths away from the edge of the wheel, and that seems to have done the trick. Running like a champ. 7,900 surface feet per minute. Screaming. No change in belt tension. No change in belt tension. The wheel does have some vibration in it. It's got a bunch of damage in it from shipping. Well, that wasn't as big a disaster as I thought it was. This is the same wheel. Oh yeah, a lot cooler. What was happening was there's a 15.9 millimeter bearing in there, and it was pressed all the way in, and I didn't leave a step to allow a space for the inner race. And so the inner race was rubbing against the wheel as it spun around, and that's what was generating all the heat. When I pulled the wheel off, it was blue and straw colored up against there, and so I could tell that they've been rubbing and generating a lot of heat. So like I said, I tapped that bearing in that way a little bit, and that solved the problem. So I'm on to running these for a while, and I'll redesign the wheel and add a small step in there. I'm gonna keep trying this single bearing. I like the dimension of it. It's 15.9. I didn't want to go with a double bearing setup if I don't have to. If I have to, I will. But I'm gonna try this a while longer. I've got a lot of stuff to do. I'll make a couple of these up and send them out to the field. I've got several machines out with these on them, and the guys that bought those will be anxious to get their hands on this. I've got several of them actually, so they will do the field testing for me. Oh, let's check that. Didn't even think about this. This machine has not done a good job of running in reverse. Let's try reverse. This actual frame hasn't. My other machines are set up to run good in reverse as well. Okay, let's go in reverse. Oh yes, oh yes. Runs in reverse as good as it does forward. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So that's a bonus issue that was resolved on this small drive wheel machine. Oh yeah, I love that. Oh, that's amazing. Let's try we'll just try a push button direction change and see what happens. No hands on anything. Just slow down, and then it'll change directions. Alright, so it rolled over a little bit because I had played with the wheel. Try that once more. that's not bad. It rolled just a tiny bit over. Oh yeah. Full control, forward or reverse. Now it's in reverse direction. Alright, I ran out of travel there and you can hear it squeal. Loving it. Oh, I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Alright, so this is the inside. It's got a set of arms here that hold. I kind of showed this a few days ago in a different video. A little actuator there. I got a slide block. It slides back and forth with this little actuator that is connected to this pivot. So when the block moves forward, the pivot goes, and the wheel's connected to the pivot. When the block pulls back, wheel comes back, or the wheel pivots the other direction. So I'm going to change the dimensions on the block, make a new block. It's going to be a lower profile on the bottom. Let's see, I'll probably round these corners off here and here to give room to get you know, as much travel as I feel like I want. I think I will make the block shorter as well.